Very good morning and Jai Hind students. I am Adesh with my subject accountancy. I hope you all are fine at your home and be happy. So this is a critical time for the whole nation and the whole world. So you all be try to at your home. Be safe and be healthy. So students, in last video or till now from this chapter we have completed two topic. First one is simple average profit and second one is weighted average profit. Now today we are going to learn the method of super profit method. By super profit method we have to calculate the goodwill of the firm. Before valuating the goodwill we should learn what is a super profit. It is important. And related to this, 3 marks question may be arise in your board examination. So, first of all, we should learn what is a super profit. Before define or before explaining or before learning the super profit, I want to take one example by which you can understand more easily. There is a man who having normal power, normal body structure and all the things are normal like as us. Okay, हमारी तरह एक ह्यूमन बींग है. He do all the activity like us, but there is a person who having extra powers. By those powers he do or he can do many more extra things. Okay, एक पर्सन है, उसके पास एक्स्ट्रा पावर्स हैं. उन एक्स्ट्रा पावर्स के बिहाफ पर बेसिस पर वो कुछ एक्स्ट्रा एक्टिविटीज़ परफॉर्म कर सकता है. फॉर एग्ज़ाम्पल, इफ़ ही जम्प फ्रॉम द ग्राउंड फ्लोर and he can jump to the first floor, but normal person cannot do. So in that situation we can say that is a superman. Are you getting it? Similarly, if an organization invested their capital and that organization earning a normal profit, एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, उसने अपना कुछ अमाउंट इन्वेस्ट किया और उस अमाउंट पर वो अपनी एक नॉर्मल प्रॉफिट को अर्न कर लेता है एवरी ईयर. ओके, एंड देयर इज़ अ सम अनोदर बिजनेसेस like similar. Okay, there is another one similar business. That business is also invested same amount of capital and then that business earn more profit comparison to the other business. That business was earning normal profit. Okay, so what is the extra profit that organization is earning comparison to those organization is earning normal profit? So that extra profit will be the super profit. So we can say whatever the extra profit is there comparison to the normal profit, means we can say the difference in between the actual profit and the normal profit, the difference is called the super profit. Okay, when an organization earning actual profit 15,000 and normal profit means according to his capital employed that can earn 10,000. ओके, एक बिजनेस अपनी कैपिटल एम्प्लॉयड पर 10,000 रुपये नॉर्मल प्रॉफिट कमा सकता था, बट इन एक्चुअल कंडीशन ही इज अर्निंग 15,000 रुपीज़. सो द सुपर प्रॉफिट विल बी actual profit minus normal profit, means 5,000 of rupees super profit that organization is earning. Now I think you have more clear. So here we can say the difference in between the actual profit and normal profit, that profit is called the super profit. Okay, let's see. I am writing one line regarding super profit. So by that we can understand much more. So the line is the excess of actual or average profit over normal profit is known as super profit. Okay, whatever the excess profit is earned by any organization over the normal profit, so that thing is called the super profit. It is clear? So now by a formula we can understand more. So the formula of super profit is equal to actual slash average. Any of the word can be written in question, so we should not be confused. Okay, we have to be clear. So actual or average profit minus normal profit, then it is equal to super profit. That is clear. So now actual profit already given, or average profit we already have calculated in last method, simple average profit. If there is many years of profit is given, then we have to divide by number of years, so then we can calculate the average profit, or otherwise the actual or average profit will be given in your question. Now the question arises here, how can we calculate the normal profit? So normal profit is calculated, normal profit is equal to capital employed multiply normal rate of return upon 100. What is capital employed? Now one more question is arise here. So what is capital employed and how can we calculate the capital employed, and what is normal rate of return? Normal rate of return, it means whatever the capital we have employed in our organization or by the partners. So on that capital, whatever the rate of return is fixed. Okay, if partner is employed 1 lakh of rupees and they are earning 10% on their capital employed. Okay, so normal rate of return means what is the normally they are getting profit or earning from the capital employed, whatever the capital they have employed, whatever the capital they have invested. It is clear. पार्टनर्स ने कोई भी अमाउंट इन्वेस्ट किया, उस अमाउंट पर नॉर्मली वो कितना प्रॉफिट अर्न कर लेते हैं. सो फॉर दैट देर इज़ ए rate or there is a percentage given, according to that percent they are getting a profit. So that according to that percent profit, that is called the normal rate of return. That is clear. It will be given in your question. Now question arises, how can we calculate the capital employed? So capital employed can be calculated by two bases. So what are the two bases? So capital employed can be calculated by two approaches. So, what are these two approaches? Capital employed by two approaches. So, what are these approaches are? So, first one is liability side approach. First one is liabilities side approach. So, how can we calculate capital employed by liability side approach? Okay, so how can we calculate? So, we can calculate capital employed is equal to total capital invested by the partners. Total capital invested by the partners means whatever the total capital we will write here, and plus reserves if there is any reserves, and then minus goodwill if there goodwill if any, अगर कोई है तो वो गुडविल को माइनस कर देंगे, एंड देन माइनस fictitious assets. And minus non-trade investments. Capital, whatever the total amount invested by the partners as a capital. Okay, partners ने जितना अमाउंट इन्वेस्ट किया है कैपिटल के रूप में, that one, plus if there is any reserves in the partnership firm, that reserve will be added, minus goodwill if any, अगर वहाँ पर कोई goodwill है तो then we will subtract it, and then minus fictitious assets. Fictitious assets are those assets which we cannot recover anything from these assets. For example, advertisement suspense account. Okay, if there is any advertisement suspense account, so that will be fictitious asset. Discount on issue of shares, that will be a profit and loss debit. अगर प्रॉफिट लॉस डेबिट है, इट मीन्स लॉस हो गया हमारा. प्रॉफिट लॉस डेबिट होता है तो दैट मीन्स दैट इज अ लॉस. इफ देयर इज लॉस सो दैट विल बी fictitious assets. Okay, here next one is non trade investment. Non trade investment means those investment which are not invested for the earning purpose, only those are the investment. Okay, so these three things we have to subtract from these one. If I am going this thing according to balance sheet, so I will prepare a rough format of balance sheet. By that balance sheet format you can understand more clear. So here first I am writing the approaches by which we can calculate the capital employed. So this is the liability side approach, and second one is asset side approach. By asset side approach, how can we calculate the capital employed? So capital employed is equal to all assets. All assets means total assets we can say, except except goodwill, non trade, this one, if goodwill, if any, non trade investment, and fictitious assets. All assets except goodwill, non trade investments, and fictitious assets. These things we will not include in this. Okay, then minus outside liabilities. Outside liabilities, creditor outstanding expenses, bank overdrafts. So these type of outstanding outside liabilities we have to subtract, and then we can calculate the capital employed over here. It is clear, students? So these are the two approaches by which we can calculate the capital employed. In Viva, this question mostly asked by the external examiner. So we have to be remember this one. Okay, so now we are taking, and now we are going to write a formula of goodwill to calculate the goodwill by super profit method. Here I have calculated the super profit. So super profit is equal to actual or average profit minus normal profit, and actual or average profit already we will calculate it from the business, and it is given in your question. And if it is not given and different years of or many years of profits are given over there, so then you will add and then divide it by the number of years. So then you can calculate the average profit. Normal profit can be calculated by capital employed multiply normal rate of return divide by 100. So by which you can calculate the normal profit after apply this formula. Now we have need to calculate the capital employed. How can we calculate the capital employed? It is calculated by two approaches. Liability side approach, liability side capital plus reserve minus goodwill if any, minus fictitious asset minus non-trade investment. Second, asset side approach, capital employed total assets, we can say these are total assets, all assets equal to total assets. So all assets except goodwill, non-trade investment, and fictitious asset minus outside liability. Now the formula of goodwill. So goodwill of the firm is equal to super profit multiply number of years purchases. Whatever the number of year purchase given over there in question, then we will multiply with the super profit. Okay, student. Okay, now with the one question we are going to clear this topic more. So I am writing a question and then we will solve that question by which you can understand much more thing. So this is the concept by which you can calculate the super profit or goodwill of the firm by super profit method. Let's see the question. Student, I have this question which I have written over here. By this example or question, we will calculate capital employed by both the approaches. Two approaches we have learned from here now. First one is liability side approach and second one is asset side approach. Because if there is any balance sheet comes in your question, so how can you calculate the capital employed? So that is a big problem will be there. So now from this question we can find and we can confirm the total assets, capital, reserves, fictitious assets, if there is goodwill, known trade investments. So these type of thing we have to be clear first, then we are able to solve any of the approaches of to calculate the capital employed. So by this question I am reading here, calculate capital employed by the above two approaches with the help of the following balance sheet. This is the balance sheet. By this we will calculate capital employed, whatever the two approaches are there at the top. So capital, Aman and Bhaskar, there are two partner, 1 lakh 1 lakh each partner has introduced. General ledger is given, sundry creditors and outside liability, outstanding expenses. So these are the two liabilities which are outside. Okay, it is clear. It is a capital, it is a reserve, and it is a outside liability. Land and building, goodwill is also given. Investment, trade is also given in front of investment. If nothing is given in front of investment, that investment will be non trade investment. Okay, if there is trade is written in front of investment, only then we will take these investment will be trade. Otherwise nothing is mentioned in front of investment, so those investment will be non trade investment. Okay, stock, sundry debtors, cash at bank, itna, deferred revenue expenditure, this is the fictitious assets for the partnership. That is advertisement suspense account, 10,000 of rupees is given over here. Okay, so now first we will approach the liability side approach. According to this we will calculate the capital employed. Let's see the approaches. First one is liabilities side approach. So according to liability side approach, how can we calculate the capital employed? So capital employed is equal to first one is capital, then reserve, goodwill, if any, fictitious asset, and minus non-trade investment. So capital plus reserves plus minus goodwill if any. ओके, अगर है कोई गुडविल तो उसको माइनस करेंगे, माइनस फिक्टिटियस असेट्स minus non-trade investment if there. Okay, first of all we have to find the capital in this question. Capital for Aman and Bhaskar, 1 lakh 1 lakh, total 2 lakh. So 2 lakh of rupees capital are there, plus reserve if any. So now reserves are there, rupees 90,000 of value. So we will add over here 90,000 reserves minus goodwill if any. Yes, goodwill is there. Goodwill value is 30,000. So we will subtract this 30,000 minus fictitious assets, if any. Yes, we have deferred revenue expenditure, advertisement expense, that is 10,000. We will subtract from here. And next one, non-trade investment. Yes, we have investment, but these are investment, but these are trade investment, so we will not subtract this one. So here the capital employed will be 2,90,000 minus 40,000 is equal to 2,50,000 will be capital employed. Okay, so now according to assets side approach, if we calculate capital employed, so capital employed is equal to all assets or total assets except goodwill, if any, non-trade investment, and fictitious assets. Okay, and then minus outside liabilities. Okay, so what is total assets? 3,90,000. This is the total of all the assets. So we will write total assets 3,90,000. Goodwill, this is 30,000. Again we will write minus 30,000. Goodwill is there. Minus non-trade investment are there, but these are trade, so we will not subtract this. Now next, fictitious asset, that is advertisement suspense account. So advertisement suspense account is 10,000. Again we will subtract 10,000 of rupees from here, and then minus outside liabilities. Outside liabilities are 2: sundry, creditors, and outstanding expenses. So 90,000 plus 10,000, so it is equal to 1 lakh. 90,000 plus 10,000, so 3,90,000 it is total, minus 40 and 1,40,000, so it is equal to 2,50,000. It is, and this is, both are will be same. Okay, so these are the two approaches by which we can calculate the capital employed. But now I have one question by which we can calculate the goodwill of the firm. So let's see the question. Students, I have one more example by which we will calculate the value of goodwill. So let's read the question first. If firm earned net profit during the last 3 years, as if we having the last 3 years of profit, then we need to calculate the average profit to calculate the super profit. So the formula of super profit is there. So super profit is equal to actual or average profit minus normal profit. So first we need to calculate the actual or average profit. So I am writing the formula first. Okay, if we know the formula, then we can calculate each and everything. So The formula is super profit is equal to average profit minus normal profit. So average profit, how can we calculate average profit? We need to calculate average profit, then minus normal, and then we have need to calculate the normal profit also. So how we calculate the average profit? Average profit means 3 years of profit is added, means 18,000 plus 20,000 plus 22,000. The formula of average profit is equal to sum of the years of profit divided by a number of years. So total will be 18, 40, 60. 60,000 divided by 3 is equal to 20,000 will be average profit. It is clear? 20,000 of rupees average profit will be there. Now we have need to calculate the normal profit. So normal profit is equal to capital employed multiplied normal rate of return अपॉन 100. इसको हम शॉर्ट में NRR भी लिख सकते हैं, नॉर्मल रेट ऑफ रिटर्न. Capital employed, what the amount they have invested? The capital employed invested. 3 years of profit is there. The capital employed invested of the firm is rupees 60,000. Normal return on the capital is 10%. It means NRR is 10% and the capital employed is 60,000. Calculate value of goodwill on the basis of the 3 years purchases. 3 years purchases is also given in question of the average super profit for the last 3 years. लास्ट 3 years के सुपर एवरेज प्रॉफिट के बेसिस पर हमें गुडविल कैलकुलेट करनी है फर्म की. So capital employed is 60,000 and NRR is 10%. 10 by 100, it is equal to 6,000. Now super profit. Super profit is equal to average profit, that is 20,000 minus normal profit, that is 6,000. So it is equal to